My wall's coming together.
I was gonna say, once we finally got into it, let's get into it. The wall looks really good, man.
I like it.
So wait, so what do we have back there? I see Aykroyd. Is that Jason Reitman with the
Jason Reitman there. So it's
with
just
the teaser
car
trailer
with the sign. Spatial relations. Me and Aykroyd at a signing. That's you and me and Ivan Reitman.
Oh, is that our certificate? That's cool.
That's our certificate one. Let's see. Coulier and Lamarche there. Clavizio Van there. Gotta go the other way. That's Ray Parker Jr.
Nice.
Then I got my ILM Vigo print.
Right behind you there.
And I got the...
What's over your left shoulder there? Oh, the
Bill Murray, who you gonna call?
The Bill Murray. Nice.
Somebody made that, and I don't know where.
That's a good-looking wall.
Got my Brereton, Dan Brereton,
yeah.
Cover originals up there. I got my. It's on the floor. I haven't put it up yet. I got my.
Oh,
hey! My honorary certificate into the
Italian Ghostbusters.
Replete with photo of the boys when we met up at FanFest there.
Yeah, at the well, it used to be the ballroom, but now the lobby at the Biltmore.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it. The shot up at the ballroom ceiling there.
Nice.
So much more. I found my Sid Mead signed Sid Mead Tron print.
Ooh. All right, so the wall, you gotta. Are you having some space danger here? Not to coin a phrase from somebody else's show, but to your right, do you have space on that wall?
I have a whole wall over here.
That side. Okay.
I had the dad one up here that Thomas made, and I'm now moving it to where I can see it more often over there.
That's good.
I'll probably fill this wall up with stuff. Like I got all my records. I need to do some repair though, taking it off. It kind of for some bits.
It happens. Nice.
I might reframe my Stay-Puft test tilt screen, and I got the you and me and the carpet sample.
Right.
From
that's what I've
premiere.
got right in front of me that nobody can see. That's on the wall. That's the camera's on at the moment. Yeah.
What people can't see in front of me is I got a whole thing of shelves, and I'm rethinking them. So once I reorganize some stuff, I'm good for space. Let's put it this way. Technically, I'm in space danger because I have one of those map, like the university flat print drawers.
You can always put stuff in the flat file if you have to. Yeah.
Oh, I have. I got more stuff than I have wall right now. So I'm technically already in space danger, but that's all right. I said, there's a few key ones that I kind of want out right now, and the rest I'll figure out as I go.
Nice. Well, can I ask the most important question? Do you have a box from Hasbro there with you?
I do.
Oh, me too.
A box full of boxes? I do.
A box full of boxes. That's what we're going to get into here later in the show. We've got a little bit of news, not a whole lot, just a couple very newsworthy items. And then Chris and I it's going to be like Christmas. You're going to watch us open our presents, basically, because Hasbro sent us some fun stuff, and I'm really excited to dig into that. But, the wall is looking good. You're looking good. I feel like we should do some news, and then let's open some Christmas presents. Here we go with the news. All right, so here in the news section, Chris, not a whole lot to talk about, except for the official Ghostbusters social media and YouTube channels are making some waves. And it's very curious, considering that we just did our Deke Peaks last week. It's like good timing. I think as soon as and I we put that up, we were like, oh, people are going to think that we knew and we had this planned, and we had no idea.
No idea. Nor will it be well timed either, because they're releasing them, I think, weekly or something like that.
And I don't know if sequentially or how that's going to work, but
so we're still picking randomly. Like we don't. Who knows when they'll get the knock, but people of the future can theoretically turn on YouTube and use it to watch along with us.
Totally, and
two YouTube
maybe
channels.
now knowing what we know, maybe we can sort of coincide with some of the episodes that are coming up on their schedule, that we can release a commentary or something shortly thereafter, so that once you've watched the episode on the YouTube channel, you can then watch it a second time with a commentary. But so if you're not in the know, Real Ghostbusters will be coming to the Ghostbusters official YouTube channel every Saturday morning, which I think is a very clever and very awesome idea, bringing back Saturday mornings in some shape or form. And then the surprise announcement that actually happened today as we're recording this is that Extreme Ghostbusters will be coming on Wednesdays. So you will get a new Extreme Ghostbusters on Wednesday, a new Real Ghostbusters on Saturday. And it's a great way to fill time until Afterlife comes out. I know that a lot of people were anxiously awaiting some sort of content, something or other that they'll be able to pass the time with. And I think this is a good way to do it. But at the same time, like JMS on his Twitter was like, everything old is new again. Babylon 5 is on HBO Max and Real Ghostbusters is on YouTube. So enjoy, everybody. It's a second renaissance of JMS.
Not to go too far off a topic, but I tripped over, somebody was doing comparisons of the DVD home release of Babylon 5 and what ended up on iTunes. Because it looks like what went up on iTunes got digitally remastered. Like they were literally doing shot-by-shot comparisons. And, that DVD is 720p, but what the iTunes is letting you watch is way sharper.
Way better.
Way more gooder.
Mas gooder. Yeah.
But anyways.
So it's a kind of a good segue, because our episode last week on Knock Knock, our commentary on the Real Ghostbusters episode Knock Knock, everybody seems to really enjoy it. Thank you to everybody who's thrown suggestions our way. Several really good ones. A lot of people have the same sort of favorite episodes that we have, and we're definitely going to get into those. And the feedback has been pretty good so far. It seems like a lot of people enjoyed that. So we're going to try to do one at least once a month, I think. Right, Chris? Is that kind of what we decided? We're going to try to do like one a month. Because we want to research them, we want to have time to make them worth your while too. So that takes a little bit. But I did want to give a shout out to Jim, Vank Maniac on the social medias, who's a friend and longtime listener of the show. He did a little digging for you and I, Chris, and gave us a little bit of insight as to why Knock Knock felt like a pilot episode. And he kind of, I think, hit it right on the head, and I had no idea until he mentioned this. If you are lucky enough, there are a few people out there in the collector community who have the master tapes that they used for the Time Life set, or the master tapes that continue to be used for the Real Ghostbusters from here on out, that have the bars and tone and the slate, which is always the information at the top of the program that dub houses and post-production houses and everybody uses. And when it broadcasts, that's how the broadcasting people know exactly what the specs of the show that they're about to put on the air are. If you look at the slate for Knock Knock, it shows it as being the number 1 episode for syndication. So in air order, the first episode that went into syndication was Knock Knock. So it makes sense that it was sort of like a secondary pilot for those uninitiated who might be watching it no longer on... It didn't start on ABC. It moved to ABC. It kind of flip-flopped between ABC and Colorado. So yeah, if that was that, for a lot of people, that was their first episode. If they were watching their TV guide and they saw, Real Ghostbusters is finally going to be airing in wherever you lived, that may have been the first episode that you saw. So good looking out, Jim. I'm so glad you brought that up, because now things make a whole lot of sense. And it also makes a whole lot of sense as to why, maybe it was a pilot episode that they had written and they didn't use back in 1986. And then when they had to do a syndication pilot, they were like, oh, take this one off the shelf. This is a great one. We can use this. So I wish I could go back and do a special edition edit of our commentary and insert that in there, because that's such a good anecdote.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were half there.
Yeah, we were there.
We just missed the it's we could go back and replace us going, why does it feel like a pilot? Why does it feel like a pilot?
Because
that
it was.
Age well.
And it was such a simple explanation that I wish we would have known. But thanks, Vank Maniac, for helping us out there. And also I want to mention, because I am totally shamelessly, we got the Hugger Reitman shirt on here. I got this is the cross rip enamel mug with Hugger Reitman on it. I'm just being totally shameless at the moment. But
I don't have any of that.
Well, you designed a wonderful shirt. This is all because I don't have my Deke Peaks shirt yet. I kind of wanted to wear it, and it never came yet. But
if we ever are smart enough to record slightly ahead of time, we could like get some test shirts done up and sent to us, and then we'll actually have them for.
That requires a lot of planning, which we don't really do.
No.
But yeah, the Knock Knock shirt is very awesome. A couple of you out there have already ordered them, and it's cool. It's inspired by the subway car train, like that graffiti kind of art that's on the subway car. So make sure if you want one, do it now because we're only putting them up for a limited time. At least until the next Deke Peaks episode, and then the next shirt will replace it. So I don't know if I probably wasn't clear on the social media messaging there, but that's why it's a limited time release, because once number 1 is replaced by number 2, number 1 goes away.
Yeah.
Gone. And never to be, it goes to the cross-rip vaults, never to be seen again until somebody buys all of our content, and
that's right.
It's never going to happen.
Start selling them with a special edition release, a Song of the South, that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So merch wise, that's what we've got offered for the Crossrip. And again, we don't do this for profit. This is not something that we pocket. This just kind of helps us with the server costs and keeping the lights on. These green lights don't pay for themselves in the background here. So
it keeps you guys looking snazzy too, right? Like nobody else will have that shirt.
You get a shirt out of it.
Super Crypto Real Ghostbusters t-shirts.
It's like if we did a Patreon, what do you get out of a Patreon? More of us talking, and you get enough of that for free. Why would you want to pay for that? So get yourself a nice little shirt. Get yourself I've got some whiskey in this little guy here. It's great. Little camp mug. So hit up ghostbustershq.net/shop to pick up all of your stuff today. Let's keep the merch train rolling because it's going to be a good segue into us opening stuff from Hasbro here.
Yeah.
Middle of Beyond, who has been doing a lot of fun clothing items and a couple of like plushies and things like that. They put up a good looking flannel. They have actually a whole series of flannels that are the 90s are back, guys. We're all wearing flannels again, and it's like, this is my time to shine.
I'm not.
I can finally wear my hat backwards again. This is perfect. Bring me back to the Nirvana grunge age. You refuse. So Middle of Beyond has a really good looking flannel. To me, I'm not a big fan of there was that trend for a little while, and I don't even know if it's still a thing, but of putting the giant writing on your back. So it has like a Ghostbusters pocket on it and a couple of like other sort of accoutrement on there, but it doesn't have the writing on the back. Thanks to Jason at Ghostbusters News, who confirmed that for us too. So if that's a turnoff for you, like it is for me, that easy purchase. You can totally go ahead and do that. And they have other stuff up there. I haven't looked recently because their stuff kind of comes and goes at Middle of Beyond, but check out that flannel.
Usually they have, I think, some socks and stuff like that.
Yeah, socks. They had kind of like little pillow pet guys last time I was there. Check them out. Loungefly, we've talked about that before. They've got some cool backpacks. They've got like a Slimer backpack, a uniform backpack. If you're familiar with Loungefly, they're tiny sized packs. They're very cool and everybody loves them. And finally, we get some Ghostbusters related ones. Those are now on sale. You can purchase those today. We talked about them probably about a month or two ago when they showed off the whole lineup. Including there's little wallets and things like that.
They, I think I mentioned before, I actually measured my laptop and it will not fit in the tiny uniform backpack. So I'm crestfallen. Crestfallen.
iPad mini, maybe like a tablet might fit in there, something.
I'm still a laptop guy though. I haven't moved into the world of tablets. I mean, I have them and all that. It's just, they amount to fancy movie viewing. They have not become my... Another 5 years and they'll be like, basically that line between laptop and tablet will blur, then fine. It's getting there. It's almost there, but I'm not.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Once I can pick up like some sort of like a Surface or something like that, that's still like tablet light and portable, but has a keyboard and is powerful enough to run games. Then I'm in.
I was like,
but until then,
I'm kind of right there with you. There was my work laptop was down for a day, and having to do all of my work from my phone was this whole work from home thing. Was as soon as your laptop goes down and you can't use it, and it's like everything is here, it just doesn't.
Nightmarish.
No, it doesn't work. So, but we're almost there. We're almost to the digital future where we're just wearing our Google Apple glasses and we're never interacting with each other ever again. But
oh, thank God. I mean,
we're already at that point. Like we're staying at home. You and I talking. This is the most interaction that I have with a human being on a daily basis. So that's what it is. What there was one other. Was that?
Yeah. What was the other one there?
The Loungefly, Middle of Beyond.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Loungefly, Middle of Beyond. It's not new merch thing, but I just looked and I noticed it's still on. Fright Rags is got a real decent sale on those the tiny replica Halloween masks for Slimer and Stay-Puft.
Yeah, I saw that too. Because I keep going back to Fright Rags. I feel bad. I missed out on their T-shirts when they did their run.
Yeah,
and I'm so jealous of all the people that have those cool
their
shirts.
lapel pins. They did stuff like that. They still have their socks and all that, but or they say they have their socks. I haven't seen any.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, they still have the Slimer and the Stay-Puft. They're, let's see here. Slimer is 6 inches tall. Stay-Puft is 4.5. They come in their own tiny little box, like retro style.
Like the little Halloween mask box. Yeah, the masks came in.
The Ben Cooper ones there. $8 each. That's it. Like they're usually $20. $8 plus shipping. So I was like, done. Done.
So yeah, Fright Rags has those. Middle of Beyond we mentioned. The other thing I should mention is the Ghostbusters official online store has a whole bunch of stuff that I've seen that's now exclusive to their store. Some Stay-Puft shirts, blankets, all kinds of fun stuff. So if you go to ghostbusters.com and hit the shop link there, they've got some good stuff up there. They also happen to be selling some books written by some weird people about gear like proton packs and traps and at a pretty good discount. I'm not going to lie. So if you pick up that book at the ghostbusters.com shop and show me your receipt and I'll send you a book plate. I'll sweeten the pot. If you purchase from the Ghostbusters shop there, I'll send you a free autograph. How's that sound? Yeah. Well, I'm itching to do this, Chris.
Sure.
I feel like I'm rushing through the news just because I want to do this because it's been killing me. This box arrived on Monday, and here it is Wednesday, and it's just like, open me, do not open until doomsday. Call back to last week.
Very good. Which one do you want to start with?
I feel like we should do. Okay, hold on. Let's see. So this is what came from our friends at Hasbro. This giant head in a box here. Who knows what's going on here? It's tough to do an unboxing where you can say, you want to, okay, let's see.
No. I'm just grabbing them randomly. So
I got some newspaper here. Oh. All right. Playskool. Let me get this so it's framed up here. This is a Playskool themed Ghostbusters Stay-Puft. It's the Playskool Heroes, I guess I should say. So in their Heroes line, kind of like what they've been doing for the superheroes, Batman, Superman, all the Marvel characters. And if you push his head, he's happy.
I'm actually just going to keep this for my Zoom meetings and not say anything, and they'll be like, "What do you think of that proposal, Chris?"
or just put it like in the corner of your frame. Let's see. I'm gonna position him here, and if I'm in a good mood during the Zoom call, he's gonna look like this. And if I'm in a crappy mood, that's all you're gonna see.
If it's an hour-long meeting and it gets to an hour 15, you just go, and that's their warning. It's definitely. I mean, it's labeled Playskool. There should be no confusion that this is aimed at the younger crowd there.
Now
hello.
I'm gonna look at the back of the packaging here. Oh, you've got a friend.
I have a small guest here. And what are you doing up, buddy?
Well, just in time.
You want to say hi?
For the Playskool Heroes set.
Yes. Would you like to come see the stuff? No? Want to sit there and watch? Come say hi. See, there he is.
There he is.
Step around the There we go.
We're playing with toys, Thomas. This is what happens.
Playing with toys. And what did I say you get after I've done opening it tonight?
Oh,
the Ghostpopper.
See, he gets the popper. My daughter's gonna get the Ghostpopper too.
Exactly. So, but yeah, do it.
Well, I want to before we move on. Thomas can hang out and play with those, but I do want to, before we move on to the other stuff on the Stay-Puft, I do want to talk about, like, there's the Ecto. Obviously, we got Slimer, and there's the little mini RTV from Afterlife. It's kind of tough to do this looking into the camera.
Some sort of cute little Stay-Puft in there. Cute
little Stay-Puffs.
See a Muncher off to the side.
Yeah, I was looking for Muncher, and I can't do this because I can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. I think that's Muncher.
Keep going.
No, that's the RTV again. Dagnabbit.
No, over on the left. You can see it's literally just like half of them, and then it gets cut off.
Oh, yeah, you see his little arms there.
He is not well represented on these.
But he maybe, if we open this guy up, because you see the little puffed guy here on the other side of the packaging. Like, what if I just...
Are you opening him?
I get these scissors and just crank this off, because I do want to see what the artwork looks like. Thomas, you doing a dance? What's going on, man? How are you?
Yeah. He can't quite hear.
He can't hear me. It's okay. Just gotta do this.
Supposed to have been asleep ages ago.
I like that you and I both have the same idea here. Our Hasbro friend sent this to us, but I think our kids are both gonna reap the benefits here. And Thomas is just getting a preview of. There he is.
Well, Stay-Puft is gonna go on my Stay-Puft wall. And one of the other ones we got will go with my Ectomobile wall. But,
that's what I have to say about that.
What happens? See the button on the top? So give it a good press.
Kind of shakes.
There, see? He's got his happy face and his mad face. And, I mean, it is a weird kind of like... It looks like he's wearing, like, a Snuggie of his own body, but I like the face-swapping action that... The mechanism.
I like this a lot. Yeah, the Snuggie of the body kind of gives him this wobbly, like almost bobblehead kind of motion, which is kind of funny. Like if you notice, there's a little bit of a separation there that he just kind of wobbles back and forth. That's kind of funny.
Okay, give him the.
And he's like that hollow plastic, so he's nice and light. I was kind of wondering if he was going to be super heavy, but Thomas is on it.
Some interesting.
Put that right there.
Okay, so his hands move around. But they're designed to... Yeah, you're going to have to head up to bed here.
All right, let's see. There's Muncher.
Just 1 second.
Let's see if I can get this on camera. A good look at Muncher there. There's not enough light on my camera. Sorry, guys.
Got a little bit of range of motion. That's okay.
Very cool.
I caught a fish this big. Mine's got a dollop of paint on the top or something. Do you have a dollop of paint on his hat?
On his...
Is it a common thing that needs...
Let's see. Where are you looking?
Very top of his hat.
Yeah, the paint job on this one's pretty good. I don't see...
You see the blob on mine?
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't have...
I mean, it's not a big deal or anything. I just... Not sure.
I wonder if that's just how they, when it's painted in the factory, it just kind of like bloop, right off the top there.
Bloop.
Bloop.
What one do you want to go to next here?
Well, let's go to the Popper while you got Thomas there. Like, I feel like that's
Thomas back to bed with his brand new firearm.
Because this is exciting in the sense that I remember getting this for my birthday in 1988, maybe.
That's because you're a child.
I am a child. But the sense that the packaging is. Young. I am. Thomas, you and I are the same age.
He started shaving last year.
This is coming, Thomas. This is coming next year. Just don't worry about it. So
cannot legally drink in America. Oh, hello, the wife has now joined us.
Hi, Maria.
Okay,
that's what we do in the Cross Group. It's a family affair. We got everybody here. I mean, I thought this was going to be like Christmas, and it kind of is like Christmas.
Kind of is.
It is. I don't know how to open this up here.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'll get it for you tomorrow. Off to bed, pal. Say bye to everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Thomas. Good night. Act surprised when you see these toys tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cat. Excellent.
Did the kid wear safety goggles back in the day?
Now Cat's in the picture.
All right. I got a cat. The whole family. I'm going to snap a photo of that. Look at that.
Yeah, she's pleased. Take her away before she decides it's time to jump all over Dad's laptop.
What a treat. What an unexpected treat to see the whole Stewart family.
Right? It's like late night in the 70s and early 80s when, Dean Martin would just wander out in the middle of it.
The best part, I've been watching a lot of Colbert lately, obviously, and his wife has been joining him.
I'm a Seth Meyer guy.
Oh, you're Seth? Okay. Yeah, but Seth Meyers, or even when Jimmy Fallon and Kimmel were at home, they had their families out a whole bunch. But
yeah,
how come
Myers
I cannot
had his
get
kids
this
on at one point? It's taped at if you look at the top. Do you see at the top, very top, where the purple inner or outer meets the yellow inner? It's got a piece of tape there. That's
okay.
What's keeping it from?
Oh, okay. So, but going back here, did the kid in the old Kenner days? I mean, it's cool that they've got the Kenner logo and everything, super retro. But did he have the safety goggles? I feel like the safety goggles were not an '80s thing. I feel like if you had a Nerf gun, there were not safety goggles involved when we were kids. Our parents also didn't care where we were in the '80s.
Is this an exact replica of the packaging, or is this new? I thought it was new.
I think it is a that's why I'm asking, because I think it's a combination. I mean, obviously this here, that's the artwork of Egon and Puft, that's authentic. That's how it was retro. But I think the kid is a new model. We got a new model kid.
I like how Stay-Puft looks like now his Snuggie is a farmer's outfit. He's holding on to the suspenders.
All right.
There we go. Yeah, that was the mystery with the tape at the top.
The tape at the top. I'm actually just going to pull this guy out this way instead of messing with that. Okay, so obviously right out of the gate, I mean, everybody's pointed it out. You got the blue casing. That's a speaking of having to mix retro with a new, it's very difficult to make black plastic weapons of any sort or kind anymore. Yeah. So, and for obvious reasons, you don't want kids playing with guns that look real, and then terrible things happen.
You never ever want to leave it to a police officer to decide if the thing with Ghostbusters logo slapped to the side.
And I mean, the orange cap has always been there. So that was like the thing in the 80s. They had the orange cap, and that's how people were supposed to know it was a toy. But obviously, we won't get into that. But
no, I'm down 2 shots.
No. I will say this feels lighter. Also, I don't know if it's maybe new plastic, because it feels lighter than the one I had as a kid.
It's new plastic.
There's also a lot of warnings on the bottom.
Much more dense. Oh yeah, tons of warnings.
That's a new one.
I do not aim at eyes or face. Well, what is the fun?
Use of eyewear is recommended. Do not modify the projectiles or the blaster. That's funny.
That means don't hot glue tacks onto the popper.
Don't do that. Kid. Yeah. As a kid, I used to hold this thing upside down and pretend that it was the slime blower, because it kind of has that same shape. Oh. I don't know if maybe I'm the odd one out. If anybody out there did the same thing, yeah.
I know you're talking, but I feel like I've gone into Dr. Tung's 3D House of Horror here.
That right there is what I was really hoping for, was that very distinctive sound, because the popper back in the 80s had that bloop.
Not only that, I'm looking at this thing. They're a bit taller, but I guarantee you that is marshmallow size. I think this thing would double as a marshmallow pop.
As a marshmallow shooter? Yeah.
Yep.
Trying to get my arsenal.
I like the holder at the top, because that's always the pain, is where you keep your.
Yeah, the foam, again, same thing. The foam feels different to me than the 80s. These little foam pellet guys. They actually feel lighter. They feel a little bit lighter, a little bit.
Well, we're just gonna have to get our hands on an old one and compare.
I have it. It's playing right away, unfortunately. All right, we're gonna throw that there. Just gonna load this guy up here. All right, everybody out there, if you're watching this, I want you to hashtag Proton Stream. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Hasbro, we love you, but that was ridiculous. All right, so all 6 of them fit nicely in there, just like the old days.
I'm a dead shot here. You
dig it.
Watch out.
All right, let's see. I want to make sure that I can do the sound here. Let's just write down the...
Nice. Oh. Keeps ricocheting back at me.
The telltale sign that you used this a ton as a kid was that it would have the indentations there, because once you like shove it into the barrel here, it does kind of like squeeze in.
Yeah.
And I would have a bunch of these little pellets that they had like one side was still kind of fatter than the other ones, because it was just like, you gotta, anyway, look at that.
This really want to get some
Walmart exclusive, still on the shelves as we have seen it. Truthfully, this is actually the second one that we have now, so I can have some Ghostpopper wars with this. But yeah, thanks. I mean, Hasbro, this is...
Mine will probably terrorize the cat, I'm afraid.
Now, will they be doing more Kenner-style role-playing toys like this? I hope they will, right? Like this.
Why wouldn't they, though, right?
Yeah, like you've got the molds, and if this sells well enough, like it would make sense to do more.
PK meter?
PK meter, the
pedal, ghost trap with the air pedal.
That's true. The ecto goggles, because same thing. I was thinking that the pellets kind of fit into the ecto goggles, and it came with that little sort of squeezy proton gun. I already lost a pellet. That one that I shot is gone.
Yeah,
I'll find out later.
I'm missing 2 at the moment. They're around here somewhere. They'll go up.
That's what happens. All right, so that's the Ghostpopper. I have one more item in here. Do you have more than one item in your box there?
I have one more item.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if I want to unbox it. I'll show it, but I don't know if I want
I was gonna say I kind of want to do the same thing. I don't know that I want to. This is one you
It's
feel
a
like
mixed bag, because there is the comic, which I kind of want to.
You want to just display this. Look how beautiful this is in the blister pack.
It's I love it. But at the same time, I don't want to open.
So, all right. So you and I both have the first Ectotron.
We do.
And this is now the Afterlife variant, which also comes with another another muncher here. Wow, that's cool. You guys can see me. I wonder if you can see yourself in the reflection here. Can you guys see yourselves? That was stupid. I'll never do that again. I'm sorry. But this. You got the muncher, and then as we kind of pointed out on the show, which we haven't had a chance to actually visualize, you get sort of the rust. People on GB fans are calling it the recto, and I can't call it the recto. That just sounds so demeaning.
Got to try and find a spot where the various lights aren't.
Yeah, it doesn't. And then check this out. He's got I don't remember the other Ectotron having the goggles. These kind of the ecto goggles. I think he just had kind of a silver plated head. Now I also wonder, did his stats update on the back? Because any good Transformers, you got to have this,
right? Your
awesome stats card. I somewhere still have the decoder, that red blue 3D thing that you used to put over top of that so you could see it better. But
it's not exactly hard to read or anything. But
function, paranormal investigator. Yeah, this is all still the same, I think. Autobot, Ectotron. When life splatters you with marshmallow goo, just go with it. When the Ghostbusters need a ride to the next paranormal hotspot, it's nice to have one who can also handle a proton pack. Yeah, I think this is all still the same. But man, this is cool. They both display really well. Ectotron in the box, kind of that retro style of Transformers box. But this now is looks good on a peg and will look good right here on my table. You guys can't see it, but that's where it's gonna live from here on out.
He's like Soundwave. He's got a little transforming buddy there.
Not wheelie trucky. We've
Not
determined
really
this.
trucky, but it looks like.
so-
Oh, I know what it is. It's actually his roof rack.
What's
It
this?
acts as a backpack when he's in humanoid form, and then with a couple of moves becomes the roof rack of the car.
Yeah.
I
That's
can see
his proton pack.
That's his proton pack, and then, like
Here,
I said, goes
hold
on the
this
top
puffed.
as the roof rack when he transforms.
So let's see. I think the only reasonable way for us, Chris, to explain what we were given from Hasbro here is to review it in either a angry puffed face
Oh,
or an angry puffed face, apparently, or a smiley puffed face. So are we giving him two smiley puffs? Let's see. All right, 3, 2, 1. No, I don't want to give it an angry puffed.
I was going to say, I
There you
went
go.
halfway without fully
Yeah.
committing, and then that way you can either press down to go angry or go back to... I mean, it's a nice conceit, but frankly, there's nothing here that I'm mad at.
No, I mean, and this is a sampling of. I part of me really feels for Hasbro and all of the licensors actually right now for Ghostbusters, because this is a Kobayashi Maru. This is a huge no-win scenario for them, because they were expecting to have a movie that came out last year that was gonna, everybody was gonna be talking about it at their water coolers and kids were gonna be into it. And I feel like I'm co-hosting with Puft now. This is great. So Puft, tell me. You're really angry. You're coming in hot. I don't know if I can deal with this. This is. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is a much friendlier softball interview now. But yeah, I don't know, Chris. I feel bad. I mean, I actually generally feel bad for places like Hasbro where they've had all this awesome product, including these 3 items that they sent to us, but also stuff that ties into the movie, stuff they haven't been able to reveal because the movie hasn't been released yet. My heart goes out to them. They're kind of feeling this burn
All
as much
this
as we
stuff
are.
should. All this stuff should have been like. I mean, it's bad for us too, because frankly, it should be. A chunk of wall space at the Walmart or whatever, right? Like you should just be able to turn the corner, and next to the Star Wars toys, there's a wall of Ghostbusters toys. We had a little bit of that in 2016, but the pandemic has really kind of skewed the timeline on all this other stuff. So.
Well, and particularly at Walmart, where we know that they're a big, a partner of Sony's or Ghost Cores, or they seem to be the go-to, and they are one of the largest retailers, out there. That in 2016 they had like a whole island and an end cap, and they had a whole bunch of Ghostbuster stuff, and I'd be willing to bet they had the same thing planned for, peak Ghostbusters fever last year. Then they delayed it to, spring of this year. Then they delayed it to summer of this year. And now they're pushing everything back to fall of this year. So I get it. I know that it's probably difficult for them. So the fact that I get to put this Puft and the Ghostpopper into the hands of my daughter tomorrow morning just delights me. It's also going to be something fun to do because we're just running out of stuff 320 days later here to do. So any little bit helps.
Your trick tomorrow is to cut out the targets, but you're going to have to start making up some more as well, buddy.
Yeah, the targets here, this is just... Yeah. I mean, I remember having these targets, and they were well weathered because I beat the crap out of them and hit them from...
Well, it's time for you to hit Google image search.
I tore the box! And I didn't realize till now.
You opened it, and you're going to cut out the back out of it, so I don't know.
I was going to say, I'm not trying to keep it mint, but it is cool to have the retro packaging here. And with the first one that we got, we threw the box away already, so I was kind of like, I get to keep this one.
Oh, that's true. Why, do you want me to ship mine to you?
No, that's crazy. Don't do that. It still
too,
works.
though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But anyway,
an entirely different spot.
So our thanks to our Hasbro friends for sending this to us, and please go get your hands on those because those are awesome, especially if you have kids, particularly the Ghostpopper and the Playskool Heroes Puffed. That's awesome.
I feel like this one is a lot more kid friendly too. He's larger, more durable.
Well, and this,
I mean,
this
it's hard
is,
to beat the rubber of the original Kenner, but at the same time,
well, but this is fright features right here. This screams fright features to me. Like pushing the button and some sort of like angry something happens. Like that's such a Kenner move. That even though it's Playskool, even though it's not in the retro Kenner brand, it makes a whole lot of sense. So
if somebody doesn't dress up as Stay-Puft in a Snuggie for once con season is back on, I'm going to be very disappointed. Maybe I'll do it.
I like that his arms are articulated. Like,
yeah, right.
It's just that one extra step. Like he could just be one bulk piece of plastic, but you get a lot of play out of him.
He's got his "come at me, bro," right? Like,
you want my blood? All right, we're just gonna reenact Samuel L. Jackson movies here with Stay-Puft. Which I'm sure Hasbro would not want us doing.
You came to Spook Central. I was born to it.
There it is. Again, so our thanks to Hasbro for sending those. That was a whole lot of fun unboxing.
Thank you, Hasbro. Very, very cool. Stay-Puft, like I said, the popper is Cat Beware. It's going into Thomas's hands tomorrow. And the Ectotron and the Stay-Puft are going to the collectibles wall. Because I like it. I know some people joke about, they joke about it being the baby toy for babies, which is exactly what it is. I mean, I'm curious whether hardcore collectors are interested in it or not, just because it is. Like, let's put it this way: 3-year-olds don't care about the oddness that the mechanism creates, but
this Stay-Puft will be having tea parties tomorrow with porgs and
he is 11 inches tall. I mean, he's a good display piece. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I feel like the fright features that we've seen, like the ones that they showed off at Toy Fair, which are for the younger aged, non-collectors for kids. I feel like those look awesome to me. I feel like those are the ones that are going to fly off shelves because they have both play value for kids and for me, like I want that Afterlife Ecto and all the people that come with it or the ones that you need to purchase separately. So
I'm kind of hoping that the kids ones actually become decent collectibles in the future because they're not all going to go on a shelf somewhere, right? A lot of them are going to open and played with.
Going to be used, going to get played with, as they should be. I mean,
as they should be.
We're collectors, we're the old guys, and we watch all the collecting forums and stuff like that. But at the same time, toys are for kids. They still need to be for kids. So
one to open, one to display, and one just in case.
And one for your kid to play with, right?
That's right.
But so stay tuned. We do know that Toy Fair is going to be digital all this year, so there may be some cool announcements or something that we end up getting directly from Hasbro, which we will obviously keep you all up to the date on as much as we can. I can't use words tonight. It's been a long week already. So
well, you did admit what was in your camp tin cup there.
This is not coffee. Anyway,
this is not Gatorade.
All right, Chris, what do you got in terms of final? This is kind of a short episode. What do you got in terms of final thoughts? Are we able to, now that I feel bad about talking about this being whiskey and this is like an unboxing for toys that, there's some FCC violation that we're going to, I'll pay the ticket, whatever we get. It's fine. But what do you got in terms of?
I don't think there's a lineup of 6-year-olds that want to find out what us two old idiots think of the toys made for them. So
no, not at all.
Final thoughts. Oh boy, I don't know. Keep sending in your suggestions. There's a lot of, like you said, a lot of favorites, but there was a couple that I didn't recognize the name. So I'm actually kind of interested to when you and I talk about the next episode of Unsolicited Deek Peeks, if we which one we go with, because I kind of like the idea of maybe looking at ones that I may not have ever seen before. What was one that was suggested? Standing Room Only.
Oh yeah, that was one that I know of, but I can't recollect off the top of my head. So that was a good one.
A lot of hype for Ragnarok and Roll.
Play Them Ragtime Booze. That one got multiple.
A lot of the Rear Window ones are got some call
Kill
outs.
Darby got a couple of nods. Obviously, Citizen Ghost and all of the kind of staples.
Night Game. I'd like to do Night Game just because it's so Winston centric. Actually, that'd be a good one to do.
And baseball. We're getting into baseball season here soon too.
I got no final thoughts. Well, actually, I do have one minor final thought, which is the movie has been delayed long enough now that stuff that you and I referenced but said we would not be addressing because it was kind of spoilery to the movie. So many months have passed that now a second wave of it has been discovered by people, and they start posting it around, and it's like, I don't know. At this point, if it didn't come directly from Sony or Ghost Corps, maybe just leave it offline. Like we got so many months to go here, and it's already been so hard to try to keep things under wraps or getting running down speculation rabbit holes, which you and I both know never works for the movie, never works for you as the viewer if you've gotten stuff into your head that you just can't shake. That's it. I don't really have a lot. And it's tough.
I mean, again, knowing that there was a toy fair that was planned for February, maybe we're the second wave of stuff that was going to come out after the movie's release last year. It is only... stuff is going to leak. I mean, there is going to be some product that leaks. There's going to be some like the grocery store leaks and things like that. But I think we're kind of just trying to remain blissfully unaware of certain things.
I'd like to, and I like to think that everybody else kind of wants that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we can take it as if it leaks and Ghost Corps doesn't have it removed from the internet. That's not exactly the same thing as giving it their thumbs up, right? Like so.
And treating it like Muncher. Like, we know Muncher exists. We've seen imagery of Muncher. We think Muncher may have been in that first trailer. But I also don't want to. I don't want to go too far down. That was fairly
well established. Yeah, but you don't want to go. Yeah, right.
The cute puffed. I mean, that's kind of the elephant puffed in the room right now. Like, we've seen stuff, and I just kind of want to leave it at that. I don't even want to think about what they are, what they do in the movie, or any of that kind of stuff, because I still want to have some sense of surprise, especially after we wait for so long to see this movie. Like, we owe it to ourselves to have some sense of surprise. I don't want to know everything about the movie before I see it at this point. So, yeah.
It's amazing that we've made it this far, and the movie isn't, like, laid bare in front of us already, right? Like,
yeah.
I was joking last episode, or I forget when we joked about it, but we never used to find out about these movies until the trailers started running, like, a couple of weeks before the movie came out.
Yeah, you'd see the TV ad and be like, "There's a movie out that comes next week?" There's a movie?
Yeah. And then, for the last decade, we've been struggling with the 6 months to 1 year lead up trying to keep things under wraps. And now we're going on 2 years of trying to keep things under wraps. It's kind of insane.
So yeah, I mean, we're not trying to be. We're not ignorant. We're trying not to fixate on it.
I'm a little ignorant.
Well, there's that too. But anyway, all right. Well, Chris and I are going to try to attempt a socially distanced Ghostpopper battle here, and we're not going to subject you guys all to it. So until next week.
Didn't they do that at the Hasbro?
They did. They did the anyway. All right. Until next week, everybody. We'll see you on the other side. Oh, right off the laptop camera. Boom.
I give up.
Bye, everybody.